My camera's doing this really annoying thing now where it's saying there's no SD card in the SD slot, but there totally is. Anyway, I was just wondering if you guys ever, when you're walking beside a bunch of cars, look in the windows to see whether you look good or not. Because every morning, sorry, that guy was really loud. Every morning I walk by this entire line of cars and I catch myself looking in the window in some of them. See if I like my hair. If I, you know, because it's definitely changed in the 5 minutes since I did it. Actually, it's about a 20-minute drive down here. But do you do that? Because I'm sure that the other people out there like me. And then my next question is, have you ever looked in the window of a car for a mirror and then figured out somebody was in the car? Super awkward times, right? I went to England on my way to Kenya the year after I graduated, so that'd be 2010. We had stopped in England for a layover. It was a long layover, like 16 hours. And we got to explore a little village outside of London for a little while. And me and my friends were looking at this car that had like an English N on it. And here an N is like a magnet you put on a car for a new driver. You go through stages where there's like a learning driver and you have a magnet for that, and there's an N. And then you get your full license after you finish those 2 stages. So we found like the equivalent of an English N kind of a deal, and we were like pointing at it and taking pictures, and then lo and behold, there was somebody in the car. So embarrassing, so funny. If you're watching this and you were there, bet you remember it. It echoes in here. In a world of my own, all the flowers, they would sit and talk to me for hours. Anyway, sometimes when I'm alone I talk to myself because it's fun walking down the stairs because it echoes. I figured out part of the problem! I'm so excited! Let's turn the music down. I've been trying to start recording like as soon as the camera turns on, but it takes like a few seconds, I realized, for the camera to realize that there's an SD card in it. So if I wait a couple of seconds, I don't have any issues, so that makes me actually super happy. So yeah. I don't have to take my camera in, and it's still approved, still working like it's supposed to work. Pretty awesome. Haven't done really anything today except go to class and study. Start writing a paper that's due tomorrow. It's a small paper, don't worry about it. I'm not procrastinating that bad. It's just a review on a movie. And yeah, I've been reading my textbook online and trying to figure out my issues with my camera, except I just figured it out. So that's awesome. Not much else going on today. It's pretty cloudy out, kind of gross. It's cold, but yeah, that's what happens in town when it's gross and cloudy in winter. That's pretty though. Look at those mountains out there. Look at those, look at those. K-Town United or something. Nope, that's Manchester. What am I talking about? I don't know. Don't even worry about it. I don't know what to say. I just turned the camera on and now I'm singing to you. And I'm sorry that today is so boring. It wasn't very exciting for me either. But I'm cold. There's a tractor in the background. Can you see it? It's green. Maybe I tell ya, my heart is freaking out when I held ya. And even in the best of days, love will be hard and hearts will be faking. Maybe you're listening. I can see it in your eyes that you're listening. And do you even understand? I have to let go of your hand. I have to let go. I would like to believe you were right. And if I ask you, would you go there tonight? So we just had a super interesting political class. We were talking about ethnic and nationality and how you identify with each of those and like what makes you a national of a specific country and stuff. So my question to you guys is, how do you identify yourself in terms of how you relate to the people in your society? Like, do you identify yourself as a national of a country, or as a member of a religion, or as a sexual orientation? If you were to say, I am this type of person within society, what would you say? And like some other examples we were talking about were like, I'm a refugee, I am a this, I am a that. So like in terms of what it means to be Canadian or American or British or you know, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim or a Sikh or a non-denominational, I don't even know what word that is. Are you male? Are you female? Are you transgender? Are you... What else do we have? Like, are you I don't know, some people, like, in Canada, you can be, like, British Columbian or Albertan, or are you, like, do you do it by job? Like, you know, I'm a doctor, and you identify more with other doctors than being Canadian, for instance, so you could be, like, get a group of doctors together, and some of them might be, or, you know, if you had, like, a group of 100 people, and some are doctors, and some are fishermen, and some are Canadian, and some are American, or whatever, like, what people would you identify with the most, and how would you define yourself? So it was a really interesting class, and I'm really enjoying it, actually. We get into a lot of discussions, and a lot of people in there with some good opinions. So we have one lady that's from South Africa, and she always brings an interesting perspective, so it was super interesting. I thought I should probably explain what I picked, and out of the list that we had available, I picked country. I identify most with being a Canadian if I had to choose one of anything, because when I travel and when I, you know, debate things on the internet or whatever, because I'm often involved in, or at least I like to read political debates and stuff, and I'm like, well, in Canada we do this, or I'm Canadian so I have this, right, kind of a deal. And so, apart from other things, you know, I identify with being Canadian before I identify with being, you know, Christian or from BC, or, you know, male or female, depending on what the situation is. And then we were talking about situations where it might change. And so I was like, well, when I'm talking about healthcare and stuff, I mean, like, yeah, from BC and Alberta's healthcare systems are different, and their education systems are different. And if I'm, you know, in a washroom, I'm like, yes, I identify with being a female, or I identify with being a male, kind of thing. But overall, I identify as being Canadian. So that's kind of where I was at. So what game are we playing? We were playing Call of Duty.
Hide and seek in Call of Duty.
But a little bit different Call of Duty. So how these two play this game is they play versus just each other, and then instead of shooting each other, one hides so the other one's not looking, and then they cover the screen with a pillow, and they play hide and seek.
But we also shoot sometimes.
Sometimes. I find you playing hide and seek more than I find you shooting each other, though.
My arms are tired.
Use your head.
Who would have thought? Oh, hi, kitty.
Oh.
So what happens?
You've passed me a whole bunch of times.
How do you find, like, how do you look? Like, where do you hide?
Yes, no, look.
Anywhere on the map you can hide.
Anywhere you want. I was about to hide in the bush.
You can't hide.
How many places are there to hide?
Quite a few.
She can't get up on the telephone pole, silly.
What?
You looked at the telephone pole.
You're
She
not
can't get in the
looking.
telephone pole.
You just passed me again. You're closer. Closer. Nope.
Oh.
Nope. No.
Now we're giving hints. That's how much she's
No.
sucking.
Closer. LOL.
Oh, and you find them and you shoot them? That's how it works?
Yep.
Oh, that's a weird way to play this game.
Somebody wins.
Hi. Oh.
So now how do you hide?
No, I got. Where did I hide? Anyway.
I have to hide now.
So does Chloe have to stop looking?
And then I go like this.
That's what you do if you're looking. So now we're gonna watch Christian hide. Oh, that's just an interesting way to play this game.
And then you put the pillow up.
Oh, I didn't know there was a hole in the fence there. That's weird.
That's where that
Pillow
talk
up
box
when
comes
you're
from.
done.
Oh,
I'm done. Bye.
Put the pillow up before I look.
You can't see your screen if I put the pillow on. Just don't look at my screen. Yeah, how are you gonna move around?
Go like this. Hold it right there.
yeah, Christian. Jeez, Christian.
I don't need your help.
Did I just throw something?
Yes,
So now Chloe goes and looks apparently, and then she will shoot him. That's how you play COD.
I don't shoot.
For all you COD non-somethings, if you're not playing it right, you're playing it not this way. That didn't come out very well.